Hey guys, and welcome on in to another episode, Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, NHL Trends and Betting Picks. I am Terry and ready to break down game one of the Western Conference Finals, of course, between the Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers. Um, if you watched the NHL playoff preview show, then you will know that I have two future bets on the Dallas Stars here in this game or in this series. Um, Dallas to win the Western Conference at plus 425, and Dallas to win the Cup at plus 800. And of course, I have future bets on the two Eastern teams, New York Rangers and the Florida Panthers. So basically, I'm not an Oilers fan. I'm not an Oilers fan for the remainder of the playoffs, as I have futures with the other three teams. But I won't let that affect my handicapping here in this series. We will jump into the chat quick, and then we'll break down game one. Terry, a smash a like. Thank you, Richie. You always do. Stars, Terry. Well, I'll be giving my opinion here in a second. Stars haters have to be extremely excited. They get at least one more series to fade us. Well, I don't know how excited Stars haters are because they're not making a lot of money. That's for sure. But we will jump into game one of this playoff series between these two teams. Obviously, starting in Dallas here for game one, Edmonton plus 110 to plus 113, Dallas minus 128 to minus 130, sixes right across the board here in this game. And looking at previous playoff series between these teams, it's been a while. It has been a while since these two teams have faced each other. But when they did face each other, they faced each other a lot. So the very first time that these teams faced each other after uh, Dallas moved to Dallas and became the Dallas Stars, the first time was in 96 and 1996, 1997. Edmonton won 4-3. The season after that, in 97, 98, Dallas won 4-1. 98, 99, 3 years in a row they faced each other. Dallas swept them 1-4 nothing. They faced each other the next year, 1990, 2000. Dallas won 4-1. 2000, 2001, they faced each other again for the fifth consecutive year. Dallas won 4-2. And then they skipped a year and didn't play each other 0-1, 0-2, but they faced each other in 0-2, 0-3, and Dallas won 4-2. So Dallas 5-1 all time against the Edmonton Oilers in the playoffs. But of course, it's been 21 years since these two teams have faced each other. But something interesting to look at, I've been looking at every series the teams have faced each other in the playoffs so far. These teams have faced each other a lot. It's just, it was a long time ago. Looking at how these two teams are doing right now, Edmonton 8-3-1 in their last 12. Dallas 8-2-1 in their last 11. Both teams trending towards the under. Edmonton under a total 6.5 in 4 games in a row. And then Dallas under 6.5 in 4 games in a row. Both teams, one game finished with 6 goals. So with a total of 6 here, 3 unders and 1 push so far in these teams' most recent games. Looking at previous meetings between these two teams, Dallas 2-0-1 against Edmonton this season, one overtime loss, but Dallas won the other 2 games. 6 of the last 8 meetings between these teams have gone over 6.5. So usually we see high scoring games between these teams. We haven't seen high scoring games between for these teams recently in the playoffs. And obviously, if you watch the New York Rangers and Florida Panthers show, you know that I'm looking at the over in that series. Um, in this series here, yes, I'm going with the Stars. I'm looking to back the Stars, and it's not just because I have future bets on them here. If you look at what Dallas did against Colorado, um, in beating Colorado and beating Colorado's big guns. It was obviously Dallas's defense, which is great, but Dallas has depth. Dallas, I think, is the most deepest team in the NHL. They have guys, and even on the fourth line, they have guys that can produce. But they have guys obviously on their top line. Their third line with Wyatt Johnston, Jamie Benn is great. Um, in their most recent playoff series, it's the second line that's been hot recently in Tyler Seguin and Matt Duchene. Both are plus money to get a point here in this game. Seguin plus 110, Duchene plus 114. Let me bring it up here. Seguin has a point in 4 of his last 5 games. Matt Duchene has a point in 3 of his last 4. So both of these players are heating up, heading towards the end of the Colorado series, and I like them to continue it on here in this series. Great prices for both of them. When other players are minus 140, minus 170, we're getting plus money with these two. And then Dallas Stars money line minus 128. Honestly, this is going to be a very tough series for the Oilers. Looking at what happened with Vancouver, Vancouver allowed Edmonton to dominate at points. And obviously, Edmonton or Vancouver tried to fight back there in the third period, but this Dallas Stars team is just deep. Their defense is deep. Everyone will block shots on this Dallas Stars team, and it's their offense. 4 lines that can score, and I just think this Edmonton Oilers team, they're a one-line team, basically, maybe 2 lines, but they don't have close to the depth that the Dallas Stars have here. We'll take Stars in game 1, and we'll take Seguin and Duchene both to get points here in game 1. I believe Ottawa will finally play lights out at home. Those lines are buzzing. Yes. Which line? Because all of Dallas's lines are good, so that's the issue. But just so happens that the second line heated up at the end. Stars puck line might cash often in this series. We know you don't like draws, Richie. We know you don't like those draws. And I didn't bet the draw in game 7, but I said, or in game 6, but I did say the draw and the Stars. Obviously, the Stars winning in game 6. And I hope that they control this series. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. Do you think Edmonton's going to get 1 or 2? But if you're looking at the series future bets, I would take a look at Stars minus 1.5 in the series because I don't see Edmonton hanging on in this series. But that's it. 1 game to break down, and those are my 3 plays. So if you haven't already checked out the video for game 1 of the Eastern Conference, it's on the YouTube channel. If you're watching on Twitter, head over to the YouTube channel, Getting Wild with Terry and Friends on YouTube. Would love a subscription, or so would love you to subscribe and then join in on the live chat. But thanks, guys, for watching. Best of luck and go Stars in game 1 and in this playoff series.